So last time we did something like this, it was kind of successful, I guess. So we're back again with behind the scenes with SFM, but this time around, it is going to be the behind the scenes on the entire match card for SFM Wrestlemania 5, which took place in Hollywood. The WrestleMania one of the WrestleMania you guys never got to see, came very close to being the first video here, but probably would have gone copyright the heck out of it, and it was 2 hours, so it just didn't work. But I remember most of my card. I think there's one match that I don't remember, but other than that, it's still 1 out of 12 that I have for you here today. So without further ado, let's get into all the matches for WrestleMania 5. Okay, so the first match we have here is for the Trios champions. The first time they were defended on a WrestleMania, it was the current champions, the Bloodline, against the Elite. And this was originally going to be a blood and guts match, but it plans fell through, never fell through, so it ended up being changed to a no-holds barred, and it was still a pretty good match. It was the beginning match of one of Roman's matches for WrestleMania. We'll get to that very, very soon. But yeah, the Bloodline would defend against the Elite, and the Bloodline would retain in this match after Roman Reigns speared Kenny Omega from the Tron, running on a ladder into the ring, and that would get the Bloodline the win, and Roman Reigns and the Usos would retain the Trios champions against the Elite. Alright, now this match we have Stone Cold against CM Punk, and for the story, I think I just wanted both of these men on WrestleMania, so I figured CM Punk, Stone Cold, been a dream match for some people, why not put them together, and in the end, CM Punk would hit Stone Cold with 3 GTS's, Stone Cold bouncing off the ropes 2 times or 3 times into CM Punk, and that would end up giving CM Punk the win against Stone Cold Steve Austin, and basically, I remember the story now. So CM Punk was part of the original Wyatt family here, and the Wyatt family, I guess, had a problem with Stone Cold, and they sent CM Punk to deal with that issue, and CM Punk ended up dealing with that issue here. So yeah, CM Punk will get the win here tonight. Alright, so this match, it was the debut of the Casino Chip ladder match, and it would consist of ACW, Drew McIntyre, the Honorary Uso at the time, Sami Zayn, AJ Styles, and WWE. Sounds familiar. But this was the beginning of what would be a annual yearly thing, the Casino Chip ladder match. The winner of it will get to put that chip on the line and cash it in like a Money in the Bank on any champion. Originally, this time it was for any champion, but now it is for any mid-card champion at this time. And in this match, Sami Zayn would win the match, becoming the first ever Casino Chip ladder match winner, and he was the honorary Uso at the time of the Bloodline, kind of the thing there. But in the end here, Sami Zayn would get the win in the Casino Chip ladder match. Then here, this would be one of the biggest matches of WrestleMania. It was the current SFM Crown Champion Austin Theory against his hero John Cena. And in this match, Theory just came off of defeating the Scientist, I think, in a trampoline match for his SFM Crown Champion. Then John Cena would come AM off of it, and that would settle the match here. And Theory at this time was absolutely amazing. He was one of the biggest stars of SFM, and 2023 really was his year, but in the end, the Now would come out, try and help him. Stone Cold would try and help John Cena. It was kind of a back and forth type of thing here, but in the end, Austin Theory would win this match here, proving to everyone why he was the greatest of that time. He would retain his champion against John Cena. And at that point, you think it's over, right? I mean, Theory beat John Cena. I mean, what else could there possibly be here, right? Okay, look. Okay, look, I get we're not supposed to be mentioning his name around this time, but I mean, I kind of have to, right? Brock Lesnar, after the match, and the story behind this was Brock Lesnar before WrestleMania would win the Elimination Chamber, and I literally did not even do Elimination Chamber, but we're just gonna say it, because it happened. I promise you. Brock Lesnar won the Elimination Chamber, and the stipulation for the winner in that match was they would get to cash in an opportunity to face the SFM Crown Championship whenever they wanted to. So you already know what happened. Poor Theory, after clutching up against Super Cena, John Cena, the 2K cover star of that year, would end up getting beaten by Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar tonight would win the SFM Crown Champion. And if you're an SFM OG fan, you would end up know what would be happening for both of those stars that next year. Now, next up, we got me, SFM Nathan, against Paragon J. Pierce. And in this match, I was just sick and tired of Paragon J. Pierce, so I wanted to settle it at WrestleMania. And in this match, it was me against Paragon, and this will end up setting up what was going to be a feud between Paragon and the host of WrestleMania of this year, which was LA Knight. LA Knight costed Paragon J. Pierce, helped me get the win, and during that year 2023, they would go off, have their little feud, but if you know, they wouldn't really have their match until like Night of Champions, or not Night of Champions, King and Queen of the Ring of last year 2024, but in 2023, it was gonna happen, but in the end, I would end up getting the win against Paragon J. Pierce. Now, this match, the story of this match was Bray Wyatt, who had just returned in the exact same way as he did in Extreme Rules 2023, but at that year's Royal Rumble, would return as a new version of the Fiend, the White Rabbit, and his first target was Bryan Danielson, and he wanted to kill Bryan Danielson basically, and they had their match inside Hell in a Cell. Actually, one of my least favorite matches to film because it has been a pain to film with the Hell in a Cell I have. But in the end, the White Rabbit would win against Bryan Danielson. And after that, the White Rabbit would just be kind of retired. I didn't really use him that much. But in this match, you could see how dangerous he really was. Now, first off, I would like to mention that this WrestleMania was a full WrestleMania, so there were no nights. But if there were 1 and 2 nights, this would be the main event of night one because it was the Royal Rumble winner of 2023, Matt Riddle, against the current SFM World Champion, Finn Balor. And in this match, Riddle wanted to prove the haters wrong. He wanted to do it in Kofi Kingston style. And after a returning Randy Orton will come back and cost or distract Finn Balor, Matt Riddle would do it for them people, and he would end up winning the SFM Crown Champion to the help of Randy Orton. And what a WrestleMania moment it was for the original bro, Matt Riddle. Now this match here, we have the Radar Superstar Edge or Adam Copeland against Malachi Black in a casket match. And in this match, the Judgment Day was the hottest story in 2022. We're going back 2022, and Malachi Black was the one that ended up turning on Edge here in this match before Carnage would get being revealed as the new leader of the Judgment Day. And Edge had a big beef with Malachi, and he wanted to put him an end to him at WrestleMania. And in this match, it was like WrestleMania 40 ending style. We would have Rey Mysterio come out, Doctor Strange come out, Carnage come out, and Dominic, who in the end, Dominic would betray Doctor Strange, would betray Edge, would betray Rey Mysterio, pushing Rey off a ladder into tables, into ironically a casket, where in the end, Rey Mysterio would help the Judgment Day, specifically Malachi Black, win against Edge in the casket match. Now this match gonna be really important in this WrestleMania, hint, but Cody Rhodes, the current, at that time, undisputed Universal Champion, would be going against MJF. And in this match, MJF wanted to win the champion against Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes had just been coming off of defending his title ever since cashing in at Survivor Series 2022 to finish his story. And in this match, MJF had a choice to make when the ref was down. Either he hit Cody Rhodes with the diamond ring or he threw it away. And MJF would throw it away. He would throw the diamond ring away. He would turn face, but that didn't help him, and Cody Rhodes would retain the SFM Undisputed Universal Champion. And later that night, after the show after WrestleMania, one of the shows, Cody Rhodes would turn heel against MJF, proving to MJF that he should never turn his back against anyone. Now, this match was history-making here. It was the first ever SFM Women's Championship match between Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Asuka, and Rhea Ripley. And in this match, it was the beginning of what would be the women's division in SFM, and the first ever women's champion would be Liv Morgan defeating Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and Rhea Ripley. And what a moment, Liv Morgan becoming the first ever SFM Women's Champion at WrestleMania 5 in Hollywood. Now we have our second to last match here. It was Pat McAfee against Logan Paul. Only in SFM would you see matches like these. And the story going into this is that Logan Paul was calling out Pat McAfee after Pat McAfee had eliminated Logan Paul in the Rumble, but he just never showed up. And after a brutal stairs match between WWR and Logan Paul, Pat McAfee would come back and he would accept the challenge of Logan Paul. And at WrestleMania, after a roll-up, Pat McAfee would beat Logan Paul. I'm sure that surprised a lot of you. It surprised me when I saw it too, but Pat McAfee would end up winning against Logan Paul. And now, the main event of WrestleMania 5 Hollywood. The match everyone wanted to see. The match that the whole show was built around. It was Battle of the Bloodline, the leadership of the Bloodline and Trios champions, The Rock against Roman Reigns. And the story behind is that after Survivor Series 2022, Roman Reigns would get rock bottomed by The Rock. Roman Reigns would injure The Rock, and at Elimination Chamber, after Roman Reigns and the Bloodline were going to try and injure Gunther, The Rock would come back and open up a can of you-know-what on the entire Bloodline, and that was the match. And then we got to WrestleMania. It was absolutely crazy here. Spear after rock bottom, the ref would get knocked down, the Usos would get involved, Sami Zayn would get involved, Solo Sikoa would get involved. But it was not enough to keep The Rock down until, in the match, a hooded man would come back and attack The Rock, leading to Roman Reigns spearing The Rock and getting the win. And after the match, the hooded figure would take his hood off, reveal himself to be Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins on this night would join the Bloodline in the most shocking way possible. Seth Rollins on this night was the reason that Roman Reigns had beaten The Rock. And we didn't know it now, but this was just the beginning of what would be many stories for not only the Bloodline, but for Roman and The Rock too. And ladies and gentlemen, that was the official SFM WrestleMania 5 full match card for Hollywood. You can see how far we have came from this, and it's just crazy to think that I would still be going after this long. I want to thank everyone that has supported me here, and let's just say, after this, for those of you that made it this far, I want to give you a surprise. You see, we've been talking about WrestleMania 5, we talked about WrestleMania 6, WrestleMania 7's coming up, and WrestleMania 8, I would like to reveal all of you the official place and logo for WrestleMania 8. Ladies and gentlemen, the place where WrestleMania 8 will be held will be in New Orleans at the Dome Arena, and the logo I reveal to you in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the official SFM Wrestlemania 8 logo, and all I can say is I'll see you all very, very soon for WrestleMania New Orleans 8. But until then, we still got WrestleMania 7 to get through. Have a nice day, y'all, and I'll see you in the next one.